Hi and welcome. My name is Robin. I am a self-proclaimed beach snob. I'm really fortunate to have traveled around the world and spent many a time at beaches, great beaches and really terrible beaches. This is my very first review and I'm super excited to start off my YouTube channel with the beach in the United States. This beach is like being on a set of the series Baywatch, only East Coast America. Often dubbed the most beautiful beach in America and consistently rated amongst the top beaches in the world, Siesta Key is a beach destination for everyone, especially for families. My first impressions of Siesta Key when I finally did arrive were that of 1950s America. If Norman Rockwell were alive today and he was commissioned to paint a beach landscape, I think he would choose Siesta Key. My experience there, I've only been there a couple of times, has been families playing with each other, little kids, making sandcastles, moats and all, people with metal detectors trying to find, some lost pirate treasure, I'm guessing. I've seen people on bikes because the sand is lovely and compact right at the water itself. Teenagers playing frisbee, teenagers sunbathing. I saw no rude behavior, no loud music where one person thinks that everybody wants to listen to their music. I heard no swearing. And as somebody who has taught high school for a very long time, I was a little bit in shock, and I just thought, wow, there is a place you can go, and it does kind of seem like modern day Leave It to Beaver. Now, I've only been there a couple times, and that is not reflective of Siesta Key every day, every night. I have done my research, and I do know that there are issues, late at night particularly, but my experience has been nothing but positive. You will find lifeguard towers at this beach, takeaway food, very clean washrooms, but not a lot of shade. So if you are coming to Siesta Key and do not have room to pack your sun lounger and umbrella, be rest assured that you can rent them at the Sand Pavilion, which is in the center of the beach. It's kind of the sort of community meeting spot. We'll just put it that way. So most likely a CSI Shoreline team would be a little bit bored with Siesta Key. This destination has had environmentally sustainable initiatives for a very long time. In fact, it is a blue wave beach, which is America's designation for environmentally and socially sustainable beach destinations. It's not without its issues, though. There have been times where the beach has had to be closed due to bacteria or a red tide. And with climate change and the warming of the oceans, the algae bloom, which causes a red tide, they're becoming more frequent. You can check any graph on probably the Florida Fisheries and Wildlife website. I'm sure they must have one. That shows the incidence of red tides over the last couple hundred years. And although they are getting more frequent, it's not that you're going to get one every year or even every couple of years. But it's not just something that affects you in the water. The algae bloom, the toxins that come off it, are actually in the air, and you can actually have respiratory problems from this, coughing, wheezing, 3 miles off of shore. That's how potent it is. So if there is a red tide, and it is severe enough, they will close the beaches. Before we get to the actual rating or ranking on the Snob'ometer, let's talk about some of the highlights that Siesta Key has to offer. First of all, you've got this gorgeous white 99% quartz sand, beautiful slope into the water itself. Several entrances to the actual beach. The main entrance has 850 parking spots. great food, great drink. And by the way, the service at the main pavilion is excellent. Clean washrooms, volleyball nets. I think I can go on and on. There are a plethora of highlights of this beach, not to mention all the sustainability initiatives. You could probably write a book on the history of sustainability and initiatives at this destination. But we also have to look at the lowlights. And as I'm saying that, I'm just realizing that lowlights is something that you do to your hair, and I'm going to steal it for this. There's really only a couple of lowlights. Number one is shade, and this is really important. There's not a lot of shade on Siesta Key, so you really do have to make sure that you have your own shade. Number two, the backdrop. When you're not looking at the beach and the water, so you're sitting there, you're looking at this gorgeous white sand and this beautiful blue water. You go into the water, you have a wonderful time, you come out, and what abuts the beach is condos, and it's very flat, and it's not breathtaking. What's breathtaking is the beach itself and the water. So this is where my snobby bit comes in. I sort of think that there should be the whole landscape should be beautiful. So it's a little bit snobby, whatever. But I still have to say, though, that on the Snob'ometer, I am giving this 4.5 out of 5 stars. Now, how am I rating beaches? I'm going to do a video on that alone. I have a set of questions that fall into the 3 categories that you saw in the video. So an overall beach review, the amenities, etc., the cultural footprint, and of course, the environmental of CSI Shoreline. So thank you again for joining me on my first one. I know that I am edit challenged, but anyways, I hope that something in this video helps you determine whether Siesta Key is a beach destination for yourself, other people you know, or your family. But wherever you choose to go, I hope you have an amazing time. Thank you for watching.